Shit. That's what you get for filming on the phone. Okay, no. Maybe a bit up. Oh. God. Oh. Good. Okay. Now, the last video I realized, first of all, my right leg looks like my left because it's flipped. I need to see what I'm filming just to. Anyway, so when I say right, it looks left, but it's actually right. Confusing, I know. Anyway, so yesterday, or 2 days ago, I don't remember, we did the kicking session. Today, we're going to be focusing on what we're doing primarily, which is stick fighting. You could say that. Mostly I use my sword, but I'm not gonna use it today, just for safety measures, let's just say. Yeah, sometimes this is getting hit quite a lot. So, first of all, it's a stick, it's a bamboo stick, normal one. I'm gonna show you some techniques how to do them. When kicking, I started like maybe 3 months ago. This has been my primary weapon for 3-4 years now. So I know how it feels, I know how to use it, but not as a double-edged one. I mostly focus on sword fighting, but today I'm going to show you both because I'm actually lately become really interested in this kind of self-fighting because it really engages every single muscle in your body. Okay, again, it's not gonna be that as long, 20 minutes. I want it to be like 10, maybe at max, 15 at max. That's what I want to say. Anyway, so the most important part, legs, how you actually position yourself. I'm going to do this maybe. Oh. Like this. So you can see when I actually step. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Important fact is you need to have balance. Oh, perfect. When you don't have balance, hitting, it's not gonna work as effective. It's not gonna be as effective. So if I don't put my right leg, looks like left, but it's right, down when I want to like hit to get momentum, like this. Now I'm gonna do something else. So I'm gonna lift it up. I'm gonna lift it up. It looks strong, but it's actually not as effective. Now I'm not gonna hit it very how do you call that? Precisely or forcefully. Yeah, I think that's the better word. Forcefully, because there are countless actually these bamboo sticks that have been, let's just say, annihilated by hits like that. So what you really want to do is first of all feel the bamboo stick, right? I most of the time do this to practice the grip strength and just get a feeling of how fast and heavy the thing I'm swinging is. Because this is primarily not only for this bamboo stick, but for every single thing you want to swing. Like bamboo stick. Yes, I'm pretty sure I said bamboo stick, not swing. Anyway, so first of all, the main I would say there are 3, maybe 4 actually main slashes you can do. So again, I'm gonna show you them. Now, the position I'm gonna take is something like this. So I'm gonna have my knees bent a little bit, and I'm gonna use my foot to push away. So I'm not doing this, I'm not pushing my foot down straight into the ground, but like on an angle. Like I'm not, if this is the ground, perpendicular, I'm like this. I'm not going like this, I'm going like this. Why? Because if I do like this, if you push me, I'm just gonna slip. But if I do like this, if I'm gonna position myself like this foot is, the force is acting like this, on this angle. So I'm pushing kind of forward and left. Now here, backward, like this. So when I actually get hit, I'm not gonna move. No, let's try again. So I'm standing like this, I'm gonna push it backward. I'm not gonna move. This is blocking and this is blocking, so I'm not gonna slide. Right? That's what you want. Now, when you're gonna take a slash, you're gonna take one step with the foot you have your sole on. So if I am on the right and I want to swing the left, I'm not gonna do this. You can, that's another technique, but that's not right now. So I'm gonna take my right leg, put it front, and do something like this. I'm gonna turn my hip. Obviously, you can. There are faster techniques, like this. So you kind of turn really fast, and you're ready to something like that. But the main point is, as I said, footwork, right? You want to position yourself like this. This foot here, and I'm turning my hip again. Here, here, here. Now, this is a bit too long for my liking, but it can work, I guess, pretty good. So you can obviously do that with the left leg as well, right? I'm gonna have my stick here, up, here, like this. So what you want to do is you want to move this trajectory, right? So I'm swinging from the left up to down right. I'm gonna move, so I'm gonna lift my way up like this. I'm gonna lift my way, and then I'm gonna move a step and go down. Now, the way I do it, I imagine like a, you can say a string right in front of me, right? From here to here. And now imagine this string, because you don't actually cut anything from here to here. I don't care about that. That's all about just getting the trajectory and the energy exactly right. So again, I'm gonna go from the left. Oh no, it looks from the, no, I guess it looks from the right, but it's from the left. So I'm gonna get my stick up. I'm gonna imagine a string right over here, and I'm gonna go up and down. So I cut it. But as you can see, I haven't moved my leg. Why? Because if I move my leg forward and the string is here, right here. So if I go here, I will hit it with this part, this, and I don't want that. Why? Because think about the speed, right? There's the normal speed and there's the angular speed, right? The angular speed times r is equal to speed, the normal one, the linear one. No, that's what we call it, the linear one. Now that means that the bigger the r of the circle, because if I move this right here, it does a circle, right? That's a circle. So the bigger the circle, the faster the tip is gonna get. That's what it says, right? V equals omega times r. Physics, by the way. So it does help, as you can see. So I'm gonna do the same. So you wanna hit mostly with this tip, this part, the end. You don't really want to get the perfect end because you're not gonna have as much power behind it. So you want like this is perfect. So again, if the string is here, right? If I take a step and do something like this, I'm gonna hit it with that. There's power behind it, but there's no speed. And speed is pretty much more important, I would say. Because you can actually hit someone like this, and they'll get frightened or step back, and then you can just smash them. But if you do this, then you can just get knocked out really fast. Anyway, let's log in. So, here, string, right? I'm gonna grab it. Okay, I haven't told you how to grab it yet. Well, most important thing is how I do it is I put my thumb right here. So one is on the outside, one is on the inside. All the fingers on the other side of the thumb. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close it like this. So mostly when I use my one hand, because I use one hand, not really double sword wielder, but I do like this, but I more prefer this. It's just faster and you have more control. So the way I do it, I hold with my pointing finger right here. So I'm gonna hold it with one finger, right? I'm gonna just to show you, like this. And I'm gonna go here, and as I'm swinging, I'm going to change this finger into the other ones and leave this one right there, like this. So, like that. So I'm leaving this. I'm grabbing with this. And I'm doing this. Now, the reason is because I can't really show you the perfectly here because, as I said, volume on the outside doesn't look very great. I don't have enough space to actually show you here, but with this, you can actually get a lot of energy out. So you can, I can swing with just one finger, right? Like this. Don't worry, it's not gonna break. So I did it with one finger, right? Again. One finger. But what you want is this movement. Because when you cut, that's what you want to do. You want to cut something. Even if you want to hit, you can imagine hitting it, you can imagine cutting it. It's quite different, but when you cut, you can hit, and when you hit, you can cut. So it's better to just cut every time. So what you end up doing is grabbing like this with one. I'm going to imagine a string, and then I'm going to turn my right leg looks left, like this, just to get momentum, because I'm turning my hip to the right, and I turn left, I get like this, because if I would be standing like here, that's the movement, it's not great. If I do this, I have more energy now. So it's very subtle, like when I hit, you probably didn't see it before, so like this, it's very quick, right? But it does generate a lot more momentum. Okay, I'm gonna get into details other time because it's already 14 minutes. I guess it's gonna be 20 as well. So I'm gonna show you there are like, okay, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and the 8th one is just a bit shaky. I'm gonna show you 4 now. Later we can do more. Maybe if I get a microphone, maybe do it outside. I'm just doing this for kind of practice in English and maybe to learn. You can see. So what you do, first of all, same position, genuinely the same. Now we're gonna grab it, arms. Now I'm gonna turn it. I'm not gonna do some crazy things with hands. You can do whatever you want, just the way you feel confident. So I like to swing with my pointing finger left, like this, like this. I'm not using this hand to swing. I'm just using it to generate a. This is like a letter. How do you call this? Anyway, I'm just gonna show you later. I'm gonna get into detail. Maybe tomorrow we'll see. Maybe the day after that. So, like this, I'm gonna grab it back. So I'm gonna do a very long movement. You don't want to do that, but it's just for training, or mostly martial arts with sticks are for visuals because you're not really gonna get them in a fight. That's why I'm training with very different sticks. Like this one, I don't like it because it's quite heavy and the balance is off because it's heavier here than it's here. It shouldn't be like that. But I do train with a lot of those just to get the feeling of actually how to wield every single one, right? So, because if someone, I don't know, kicks me, right, I cannot fight hand to hand, right? If someone kicks me, of course I can do this, something like kick it, right, and go back. But I cannot punch, like literally cannot punch. This thing, I probably punched, I don't know, 100 times, not more, literally. So when I punch, I just do it. It hurts. Why? Because I've never done that. And now, if I do something like this, you just swing like it. This doesn't work. It's very weird. Anyway. So, again, the stance. You can't see my foot right now, but it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. I'm gonna grab it back like this. Again, thumbs on the outside. I'm gonna get my right pointing finger like this. I'm gonna grab with my left. I'm gonna add momentum again. Swing like this. Right? The best way you can do that is to get the quality of it is by the sound. If you get a really clean whistle, you know it's a good one. I'm not gonna get it with this because it's, as you can see, it's completely smashed at the end. I hit it with this yesterday. That's why I'm not hitting it. So, like this, one finger. I'm gonna add the steps, I'm gonna add the right step, like this. Right? It doesn't have to be strong. All you have to do is just make sure the speed is right and the technique is right, is that in the trajectory, it's like, it's hard to tell, it really depends on the hit. But I would say what you really want is like a 45-degree angle, and if you the lower you go, the lower the angle. So if I go here, you kind of want to end up in the same position. So 45, if I go from here, it'll just say a bit lower, right? Still I end up in the same position. You can imagine like a big rectangle, maybe a square, like this, square, and you want to hit the left corner, left down corner. So wherever you start, your swing has to end from one of these corners. So if I'm going like here, I want to end with this corner. If I'm gonna up, I'm gonna end with this corner. So the longer you do it, the more precise you can get, and the more energy you can actually use. So anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's do it. So this, swing. Right? One more time. This, again, same thing. Now, I'm gonna do the left. It's pretty much the same thing, you just change the location of the legs. All of them still pointing, and I'm not standing, I'm pushing the ground. So that I'm not sliding. If someone pushes me right now, I'm not gonna move. It's like sumo. You really don't wanna move. So, now, next, same thing. Gonna take a step. And small like this. You go a bit back. Okay, like this. Take it back. And like that. Now, that's two of them, right? So that's left corner, left down, square corner. Now that's the right corner, right? From here. Like this. Now, I'm gonna show you the two next ones. so they're the side, like this. Now they work a bit the same, but you cannot really imagine the circle anymore. So I don't know, should I do them? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna leave it because the square for now is a really good visualization of what we're doing. So now, maybe, Jesus Christ, it's 20 minutes already. That was supposed to be quick, and I actually haven't even started yet. So, is that it for today? I can show you some kicks, we can leave it at the end. If you're interested, I mean, obviously not. So, I can take a shorter one next and do maybe some tricks with it, just to show you. And maybe I'm gonna, not the broken one, so I can show you the whistle. I don't know if you can hear this. I'm gonna check it later anyway. So, I'm gonna show you again the kicks, just to practice, right? Pretty sure the 4 ones we did yesterday, or before yesterday. So, normal, again, weight on my right, I'm not gonna move my left. All I'm gonna do is spin off, like this. Quite fast, because I don't want to put my weight on left. So I'm gonna do this, and kick. Pretty normal. So, now the round has one. So it's the same thing, but higher, right? Same, weight on my right, not touching my left, but I'm not putting my weight on it. So I can lift it. So the easiest way you can do it is just lift your left leg and place it, right? Just tiny touch the ground. Don't put any weight on it. Then you're gonna launch yourself from the right, do stuff like this, right? So I'm gonna put my back, this. Now my left went to the left because it took some time. Now if I do this quickly, right, up, now I'm gonna jump on my right, not really jump, but push myself out. Okay, normal, okay. I showed you the hook kick as well. As I said, I'm not great at it, but it can work like this. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to go back after that, because that's one of the kicks I've actually seen in YouTube or anywhere else that people are doing. So maybe you're just supposed to go like this, but if you end up like this, if you end up like this, how am I supposed to go back? I don't know. It's probably gonna take me some time to realize, because I don't know, I started doing that kick like a month ago. So anyway, now, oh yeah, the spinning one as well. Same idea, right? You spin and kick. Now that was a bit out of, let's just say, out of reach, because good I made that mistake. So what I did is I took a step, but I was too far. So you really have to judge the distance. So it's like 2 meters, 2.5. So I took a step too close, so I had to stop here, and I kick with this. You essentially want to kick with this. I know some people with this, I don't like it, because you really have to get much closer. So kicking with this is fine as well. So, let's try as well. Putting my weight on the right. Gonna spin. Just to generate momentum, right? Let's try it. That was shaky. Good enough. Okay. Now, I think that's the only one I showed you that's not standing. So it's like this, right? If you want to jump on your right, oh, you can see it. Oh shit, like this. So we're gonna jump on the right one. Now use your hand and just spin. That's what essentially you want to do. So this, like that. You can go higher, but that really requires training. You really have to need the strength. Like I do something like this, right? Like that, then you change the deck, and go down. It's really useful for this. So, like that. Again, I'm gonna try to aim higher. Whoa. Like that. Yeah, that's pretty much capoeira, but it's just for show off. You won't really catch anyone with that. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was one more. So like this, go up. Thank you. So yeah, that's 25 minutes. Again, shitload of time, but I don't know. English episode 2 finished. Fuck off.